Good morning.
Good morning.
We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? You are knowing what you are wanting? It is really co-creating at its best, you know. We see you have dragged your physical bodies here, but there are far more of you gathered from non-physical perspective than here in your physical form. Do you recognize that you are so much more than what you see here in these beautiful bodies? Do you remember that your source energy projected here? You have become very good at your physicalness, you know. You are interpreting your physical time-space reality with such precision as you see with your eyes and hear with your ears and smell and taste and touch. You are very good at your vibrational interpretation. So good, in fact, you don't know you're doing it. You think that this real life experience, as you describe it, is real life experience. You think that it is the tangible thing that you see it as, while we want you to know that it is your interpretation. You know how you dream and you see with your eyes closed? You are interpreting vibration, and it is playing before you in imagery that you call dream state. But it is not so different from this clearer perspective that you have that you call physical reality. You are source energies, and you project part of that consciousness into this physical time-space reality for the purpose of the precision of this environment helping you to fine-tune your creation. You are creator. That is the best description of that which you are. And what better environment of creating than an environment with such diversity, so many different things to observe and participate in and create from. As you explore your environment and you know what you don't want, it helps you to identify more what you do want. And most of our physical friends, you have brought yourself somehow to a sort of humble attitude of self, because while you are deciphering all day, every day, from this time-space reality that you are focused in, your personal preferences, you don't take much stock in the personal preferences that are born out of your participation. But the source within you does. You know that you are extensions of source, or you're coming to remember it. You are source energy before you came forth into this physical body. And many say, well, I sort of get that. There must have been something before this. And many of you believe or hope that there will be something beyond this. But there are not so many of you who are consciously aware that at the same time that you are focused here in this physical body, there is a larger part of you focused in non-physical. In the same way that the electricity flows through your walls, and then you plug your toaster in, and your toaster toasts, but the electricity does not come forth and be a toaster. The source that is you does not come forth and be you. The source of you remains the source of you, while you are the extension of that source. And there is nothing more delicious in all of experience than to be consciously aware of these two distinct aspects of that which you are, with a keen intention from your physical format of blending the two. When you are in your most joyful moment, that means you have somehow, some way, adjusted the vibrational nature of your physical beingness to attune to the vibration of that source within you. And in that attunement, in that alignment, there is no separation between you and you. And when there is no separation between you and you, the experience you are having is glorious. You would call it, I'm in love, or you would say, I am filled with appreciation or joy. You would feel eagerness and passion. There's that friskiness that is only present when you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on to who you really are. So from this non-physical source energy perspective, It is not as most humans think. So many say, well, there is dead and there is alive. And we say, there is alive and there is alive. There is not that which you call death. And so when you understand that from that source energy perspective, you are always having life experience. And from that source energy perspective, you made a decision to project part of your consciousness here into this physical body, and splat, here you are. And when you identify by knowing what you don't want, knowing what you do want, as you identify these preferences or desires, what happens is they exude forth from you. We call them rockets of desires because they literally radiate from you. Your rockets of desires move forth from you, and the source within you, we're not kidding you even a little bit, follows that rocket and never ceases to focus upon it. In other words, the source within you, when you identify a preference or a desire, the source within you gives undivided attention to that newly expanded version of you. When we say you are the creator of your own reality, what we really mean in the truest base essence of the idea is that you are the creator of the vibrational point of attraction that is you. In other words, you create your own reality because you give forth thoughts, and the thoughts vibrate, and law of attraction responds to the thought. But you are not alone here in your physical body in this law of attraction's response to that which you are, because there is this larger part of you that remains non-physical that law of attraction is always responding to. And if we can get across to you in a way that you can really hear it and hold it within you, that as you give birth to these new rockets of desires, those rockets go forth and are tended to, they are held by that source energy part of you. There is a veritable vortex that is created as you are constantly asking for yet more refinement of what you would consider to be a better experience. The expansion and evolution of all species occurs in just that way. Because Source knows that there is no one who would know better what is now preferred than the likes of you who are out here on the leading edge. You've not been sent forth from the superior source to humbly catch up with what Source already is. You are the leading edge, most extension of that which is Source. You are like pioneers that have come out into this new space with these new experiences, exposing yourself to that which is new and coming to new conclusions about what would be better life experience.